Hey everyone, this is Gaia coming to you live from London, UK. I hope everyone is doing absolutely amazing. Just checking my Facebook, which doesn't show me live just yet, but yes, I am. Awesome, we are here. Alright, so hey everyone, welcome to episode number 15, which is about 7 signs you escaped the Matrix. Exciting topic, really exciting topic. If you have no idea what I mean by Matrix, then just stay with me till the end and I will give you some insight, some advice, what's gonna happen, but maybe you will get some ideas through these 7 signs when we go through this list. So first of all, if you have never seen the movie Matrix, or if you've seen it long time ago, I highly recommend to watch it again. I just watched the new one, which came out in December, and it's amazing, it's unbelievable, but it's the very first one, the first movie, The Matrix, which is a documentary. I know it's Hollywood made, but watch it as a documentary, especially when Morpheus explains what The Matrix is all about. Because it's very important, because that's what we live in, The Matrix. We live in an illusion, we live in a false reality, in a world that we believe exists but actually doesn't. Does that make any sense to you? I really hope so, but I will give some signs that if it's true in your life, that means you already escaped the Matrix. So, the Matrix movie is one of my recommendations. The other one which can give you some ideas is The Truman Show by Jim Carrey. I don't know how many of you seen it. It's a really good movie. I really like it, and Jim Carrey is one of my favorites, actually all-time favorites of actors. So yeah, these 2 movies are highly recommended. But let's talk about The Matrix and some signs that you already escaped. I just put these 2 realities here again. I did a similar one in one of my previous videos. So we have The Matrix, which is really 3D, really physical reality with lots of fear around, with control by government, control by media, whoever. If you feel like you can be controlled, if there are people in the world anywhere who can control you, that means something like this. And lack of anything, low frequency, really programmed by the mainstream media. But this part, this world is crashing like crazy. The Matrix is crashing, which is an amazing news. And on the other side, we have the new Earth. We have the new world that we all wishing for, close to 5D or as close as possible, with lots of love, with lots of unity, highly awakened people, free mind, free thinking. Basically, this is the Great Awakening world, if that makes sense, or if I can say it that way. And this side is growing. Now, let's talk about those signs. What is the pen? I wasn't prepared properly, but it's already a bit late, I know, and since I promised yesterday that I'm gonna do the live today, I have to, right? I just got home a bit late, just like yesterday, but I'm here and I'm doing it. So, the first one is, the first sign, you don't allow fear in your life anymore. You're just not subscribing to it anymore. That's what I mean. You just don't care. You just say, no more fear propaganda, thank you very much. No more fear from the media or whoever else. It's funny that a few days ago, there was a person who tried some fear tactics with me. And he said basically that, oh, if you don't do this or that, then this and that gonna happen, basically like threatening me. And I said, dude, this fear game, this fear propaganda it's not gonna work with me. So, either let's speak honestly and try to be honest with me and, let's do some fair play, like talk to me like to a human, or I'm not interested, sorry, but not sorry. So you don't allow fear, you're not subscribing to fear anymore. You don't allow the media keep you in fear anymore. I mean, just recently, Oh my God, this story with Russia and Ukraine. I don't even go into details with that because I mentioned it in my video, War versus Peace, What's Coming. That was the title. So check it out. But yeah, just crazy. One of my friends sent me a message a few days ago that have you heard about Bucha? You know, that Bucha massacre. Honestly, and I looked after it. And I looked some of the channels I'm following, some of the truth places, and I found videos straight away, immediately, where it just turns out that the whole thing was a stage, okay? The whole thing was like a movie set, basically. I saw some mannequins that they just wrapping around and pour some fake blood on it. And I saw a video when you heard literally that, cameras, action! And then the car is going, what you've probably seen in some of the news. The car was driving around the area, and then you can see in the mirror, in the rear mirror of the car, that as soon as he passing the deaths, they are just standing up or moving or something. So, oh my God. Yeah, so don't buy it. Don't buy it. That's all I'm saying by this. If you don't allow fear to appear in your life anymore, if you're just not subscribing to it, but more and more love appears in your life, love about anything or anyone, then congratulations, you escaped the matrix. Number 2, which is about less tech, less technology, and more human connection. What do I mean by that? In the last couple of years, decades, I don't know, in our entire lifetime maybe, I don't know, since we have smart technology, we really fall in love with technology and really addicted to technology, and we really used people. So it was an other way around, including me, to be honest with you. And now it's turning around. We fall in love with people around us and we use technology. So it's a big difference. So if it's true in your life that you use less technology and more human connection, whether if it's friends, family, more time with your animals or anything like that, and you use technology less and less, that's a good sign. Sometimes I do, for example, a social media detox, when I just don't open my Facebook for 3 days, or I just mute my phone and just put it somewhere in the room, I don't even see it. I still have a lot to learn, honestly, and I still have a lot to develop, but I'm trying my best, and it always feels good. I'm not saying don't use it. Obviously, I'm using Facebook right now to connect with you guys, but use these things, use these tools as tools and not as the main source of your entertainment, if that makes sense. So if you use less and less technology and more interested into human connections again after this pandemic, then that's a good sign, and congratulations, that means you escaped the matrix. Number 3, which is about, I would just say, you don't fit in. You don't fit in. Have you ever felt like you just don't fit in this society? Like you have so many brainwashed people around you that you are just praying that I just want some UFOs to take me, you know, or just can I escape from this planet for just a couple of days or something? Because it's just really difficult to live amongst people, or just in your daily life whenever you go. I mean, I'm driving every single day. I drive a lot, and sometimes I just find myself amongst so many brainwashed people that it's like crazy. But since they are human beings as well, and we love them too, maybe they just need a little bit more time to wake up. So I'm not judging anyone, you know, I love everyone, and I'm a big, I always talk about like unity and get united. So don't get me wrong with this, I'm not talking against them, but sometimes it's so difficult to live our life amongst these people. But if you feel like, yeah, as I said, if you feel like you don't really fit in society anymore, it's like you feel like you live in a fake world, in a crazy world where you are the only one who's normal. More and more people feel this, and if you are one of them, congratulations, you escaped the matrix. Number 4, which is about nature. I just put here nature. More time outdoors. If you spend more time outdoors than indoors, then that's a good sign. If you go out to a park, you know, if you are walking barefoot, you do some grounding, or if you sun gaze or moon gaze, or if you are swimming, or if you are hiking, anything like that, more time in nature, and you feel the energy of Mother Earth. You are grounding, you recharge yourself when you are outside, and if you feel like you want to do that more and more and more, instead of being indoors with technology, you know, with these things, then that's a good sign. So go out, do that hiking, do that walking, that grounding, anything that feels good, be in nature. If you feel like more and more you want to be in nature, more outdoors than indoors, that's a good sign that you escaped the matrix, and keep doing it. Number 5. I just put this category here because this is one of my favorites. More Gaia than Netflix. More Gaia than Netflix. I don't know how many of you watching Gaia. If you're watching this video, feel free to let me know. And also, by the way, feel free to comment about any of the previous ones. Do you experience any of these? What do you think about it? Or if you consider yourself an awakened person, a highly awake person, what else could you add to this list that you would say that that's also a sign that you escaped the matrix? Feel free to let me know, feel free to comment. So more Gaia than Netflix. I have both, before anybody's judging me or anything like that, oh, you are against Netflix. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that I don't watch it. I mean, I don't know when was the last time I watched Netflix. I have it on my phone. I have both of the apps. But I watch Gaia every single day. Honestly, I love Gaia. And I already have like 6-7 new series on my watch later list that I want to watch, and I can't wait to watch. And really, I'm watching every single day. Gaia is the place for knowledge, for really eye-opening documentaries, including meditations, some yoga, some other exercise. Lots of knowledge that you never heard about on any other channels from mainstream media, of course, which is not a coincidence. Lots of ancient knowledge, lots of about ancient technology, ancient civilizations, so many things. I mean, I'm watching something, a series from Dr. Joe Dispenza right now about the brain, which is fascinating. I watch another series called Galactic Messages, which is really interesting. A lot of things. So long story short, Gaia, I love Gaia, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So if you watch more Gaia than Netflix, that's a sign you escaped the matrix, and keep doing that. Number 6, which is about the inner work. I don't know how much you can see this. Kind of inner work. You do the inner work. What do I mean by that? If you spend time with yourself, if you like to spend some time alone and get to know yourself more and more, that's a kind of inner work. If you can't wait to do your evening meditation, or if you wake up in the morning and you start your day with some relaxation, with some meditation, that's inner work. If you think about it, if you consider to live in a more and more healthy lifestyle, whether if it's doing some new exercise, whether if it's changing your diet a little bit, or anything like that, is a kind of inner work. So if you do the inner work with yourself, that's a good sign that you escape, or you're escaping the matrix, and keep doing that. Number 7, which is the final one, and it's about listening to friends rather than the media or the news. What I really mean here is that if you get informed from your friends, from your loved ones, more and more, rather than get informed from the media, from the news outlets, that's a good sign. Because guess what? In the last 2 years, if you think about it, where did you get most of the information? From media channels or from your social media profiles? Checking out what other people say about anything that's happening in the world. Which one was true for you? Because for me, I would say that we are the news. Since we have social media and everyone is using social media, we can say that we are the news now. We are spreading the news now. It's just important, like spread truth news and spread love and spread good news and all those things. And if you need some advice with that, feel free to check out my video called How to Search to Find the Truth. And forget the media. I always say that. I just keep saying that. Or at least 90+% of it, because that's number one. You don't allow fear. Do you allow fear in your life, or you don't want to allow fear in your life? That's entirely up to you, right? So if you listen to friends more than the media when it comes to getting information, get informed, then that's a good sign. And if you want to get some real news, some true news, as well as, how to say, it's so funny, when I go live, sometimes I forget words that I use on a daily basis. Exposing liars. That's exposing, that's the words. I think so. Anyway, so then check out my Telegram channel called Truth Seeker. You can find the link on my profile. Feel free to check it out, because I'm posting news every single day and I'm always double checking everything, and it's just good news. I think it makes sense, of course, and it's my channel, but it's really about true news and what's really going on in the world, usually those things that you've never seen on mainstream media. And also we talk about the liars, and I show you if there are liars in the world, and especially if there is evidence for that. So if you are listening to your friends more than the media outlets when it comes to getting information, that's a good sign. I didn't even write it down. No, I don't have to, probably. So then that's a good sign that you are escaping from the matrix. What else can you add to the list? Feel free to let me know. And if you feel like you don't agree with this, or you don't feel like you believe in a matrix or in an illusion or in an artificial reality or anything like that, but you feel it deep inside that something is not okay here, something is really going on, then that's a good thing. That means you are already on the way. Or if you know someone who are already in this kind of state, in this reality, please help them. Please help them out and just give them that extra information that they need. Because it's usually, in this state, it's just a little bit of push to someone to wake up from this crazy dream, from the matrix. And if you have no idea what I was talking about so far, well, that would be interesting, because you probably wouldn't see this part. But if you are still here, if you still watch this video, but you haven't experienced any of these, I would just say, don't worry, it will come. Don't worry. Someone needs more time. We all are different. And as I said, I love everyone. And if you are watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about with awakening and with matrix and all these things, then don't worry, it will come. Because the Great Awakening is about something that's for everyone. All of us. Each and every person on this planet. And I hope that makes sense, guys, and I hope you get some value from this video. If so, feel free to share it, let me know in the comments. Check out all my social media profiles, whichever you want to. And don't forget, I go live every Thursday on my Facebook profile. Today is a little bit different, because yesterday I just got home really late, but I'm here today. Anyway, so I go live every Thursday in the evening on my Facebook profile. And if you like this, I'm glad you like this, and thank you for watching. I love you all and I appreciate each and every one of you. So enjoy the rest of your evening and have an amazing weekend. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.